I think we almost forget the most simple thing about any content creation, specifically on YouTube, which is that the content is key to everything. And I mean, this is applicable as well to people like Dhinchak Pooja and by the way, I think she gets a lot of flack for no reason because she's rescued music right now. Like all music right now is just so it's about sex and booze and drinking and crying, and she's just like selfie, like amazing. But either way, content is king, right? Specifically on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. And we spend a lot of time with people who are creating content and ask them to focus on a lot of basic principles that we've learned from creators like yourself. Simple things like, what should you do once you have created a piece of content? How do you best label it such that YouTube discovers that, right? Because a lot of viewership on YouTube actually happens through what we call the suggested video queue. So how do you do simple things to merchandise your content that can help us discover it better? But at the same time, if your content is not that popular, do what you will, things might not pick that up, right? So content is king. Everything else that the platform does is to make sure that it is discoverable, to make sure it reaches the right consumer. And, as Dhinchak Pooja herself has demonstrated, there's a consumer for everything.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I mean, it's a very interesting thing. The first day I had started my brand new channel, what had happened was that I'd released a video and I'd got 890 views in the first day. And I was basically just about to kill myself. And I spoke to you guys and you just said that you've titled your video wrong and your tags are completely off. And something as basic as that sometimes gets the word out there. But eventually people will come to your video. But for them to like it obviously means that whatever thing you're putting out there has to be top quality or at least relatable in some aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. And, as a platform, there are multiple signals that we give to the consumer. One is obviously the title and the description. The other is just, the thumbnail that you're using, right? Because we are all living in an environment where about 80 to 90% of consumption is happening on the mobile phone. So it's extremely important to then get that person's attention because they're in a rapid scroll mode. So how do you make sure that you catch someone's attention? So basics like that is what we actually educate and keep re-educating, and people who do that well always do well. So there are many creators here in the audience who are masters of that art actually.
Also, what I've been noticing recently is, and this is actually a positive thing, we were discussing this before as well, which is that more and more regional content, irrespective of the language, whether it's Tamil or Marathi or Hindi or whatever it is it's increasing a lot. And you were also telling me earlier that the reach of YouTube is spread out quite across the board to like specific pockets of the country as well.
Yeah, absolutely, right. So in a lot of ways, our journey really started in 2014. Before that, the platform was primarily traditional media content driven, but suddenly in 2014, we had creators like yourself. So we refer to you as the class of 2014.
That's it makes me feel like I'm with Varun Dhawan and Alia Bhatt and like
absolutely.
just like
and suddenly we had creators like you, but you spoke a very metro-centric kind of language. You spoke English and you talked to essentially people from cities like Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore. And all of 2015, we saw that same thing happen across South India, where Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam started firing on all cylinders. All of last year, we've seen languages like Bengali, Gujarati, Punjabi really flourish. But most interestingly, what happened in 2016 and what's happened all of this year is what I call the return of Hindi. But Hindi in a very, you can say, middle India kind of sensibilities, right? So you'll see a lot of that on the platform, which is why you also now have comedians from Haryana, who are doing well on the platform.
Like Virender Sehwag. He's
absolutely.
Like, I mean, he's just like, again, like anything you say in Haryanvi is just hilarious in general. And also what this has led to is like, so now because I'm a creator almost from scratch, what it led to was that earlier I didn't care about trending videos. And now I'm like, mera trend kar raha hai ki nahi? And you become almost obsessive about it. And fortunately, the videos did. But along with me, like, so I'll be number 7 and number 6 will be whatever. Number 8 will be तुलसी के इस्तेमाल करके लेडी को orgasm कैसे दे सकते हैं. And I clicked there obviously because I want to know. It didn't work. I just want to tell you this. But that regional kind of stuff is actually helping a lot because I think I mean, salute to Mukesh Ambani and Jio.
I just blame it on Mukesh.
Everything.
No, I mean, just the sheer number of consumers who have come from states like, UP, MP, Punjab, Haryana in the last few months, literally,
Yeah.
right? That has surfaced a whole lot of content which makes sense to them, right?
Yeah.
And also one of the interesting things we did last year was we broke our YouTube homepage into 10 parts. So now if you are actually in Kerala, you will see more Malayali content or more content that's consumed by Keralites, right? So essentially if you are, earlier it was all going into one queue, but we broke that up into 10 queues based on languages. So that then helps local discovery. So the kind of video that you talked about will probably never appear in down south because maybe they're watching something else.
I mean, now I feel weird about what I've been consuming on YouTube because that came as a suggested video. But okay, the other thing is we got a lot of people from brands and stuff like that. And at East India Comedy, we were doing a lot of brands. And in general, I think like comedians and creators, we do a lot of brand engagements in general. And often enough, I think some brands really get it. Like they understand that the age of unsubtle, full plug, like whatever is completely gone. Now it's like far more about subtlety. So in your experience, what is the best way to sort of specifically sell your brand and do it in a way where it's, you know, received in the right way and shared especially?
Yeah, so we work with brands and creators and we continuously matchmake them, you know, so that they can create branded content and all of that. And there are a couple of rules that we always say, hey, the first rule you should think about is that keep your brief very simple. Right? I mean, if you see a brand brief, it's usually multi-layered and it runs into pages. But the best briefs are those that are very simple, which ask the creator to focus on perhaps one attribute and not several. So that's like one thing. And the second thing is we ask the brand to also respect the creator's point of view because he or she knows their audience best. And they know what the audience can tolerate. So for example, a comedy creator can perhaps sometimes even talk about the brand in a very light-hearted manner. But a beauty creator will never say, see how beautiful this pack is. And can you see the label, right? That's never going to happen. The beauty creator is going to talk about what that product does to skin and what are the benefits of using it, right? So we ask the brand to also respect what the creator says. And in these short couple of years when a lot of this has started to happen, we're actually seeing both brands and creators learn from that process and try to come out with great content. So it's at a good place right now.
Yeah, and it's almost become very subtle where it's like I'll be watching a video and the brand plug will come almost right at the end, even as a hashtag. I'm like, well done, man. Like the content was good and that's what kept me here.
Yeah.
And now this is being pushed out.
Absolutely.
But also, I think everything now, like you can't be one particular media-centric organization or creator in general, even if it's across all platforms. Like as a comedian, I'm on every single social media, including Snapchat, which I still don't understand. I've not used a filter in my life. And don't judge me, I'm 35 and old. But what's happening is that I think that cross-promotion and specifically the media platforms, like we had a special on Amazon where I had a special called My Dad Thinks He's Funny, and to sort of leverage that and get people to watch it, we released about 3 clips on YouTube, and YouTube was the biggest source of, I think, clicks for this particular thing. So any suggestions for that?
No, absolutely, right. I mean, internally at YouTube, we call that the online to offline model. In your case, it's the online to online model. And just to kind of explain a bit more about what that is, earlier when you put out videos on YouTube, it would also help you sell out shows, right? You would, instead of filling 40-room audiences, you would sell out stadiums, right? In that case, maybe.
For the sake of it, let's say that I sold out a stadium.
Exactly. But since you're number 3, maybe it's not that working, right? So, but the whole fact is that your presence on YouTube enabled you to build a community, which you then also leveraged and monetized elsewhere, right? So even the film industry, which works very closely with us, does a lot of activity before the launch of a movie. Few years ago, they would put out maybe 4 or 5 videos, right? But now they put out 30 to 50 videos before the launch of a movie. And they've discovered good correlation between engagement that happens before to actual box office collections thereafter. But again, content is king, right? So let's remember that.
Yeah, and the weird thing is that sometimes you're seeing a video created for a film, and that video is funnier than the film itself. And I don't want to name the video or the film because, you know, I don't want to. I'm sure somebody from that particular film is in the crowd as well.
Just
but,
maybe, yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. The other thing is, of course, now YouTube Live has started as well. And I've done it a couple of times, and the engagement, I don't think enough people are using it though, just yet. I don't think people have discovered that it's actually a very good tool to talk to your subscriber base immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's perhaps only about 3 or 4 months ago that we started really pushing live. But for a whole lot of creators, it's a brilliant way to literally double your output for zero cost, right? Because we're seeing a whole lot of guys do their weekly upload and then come back at the end of the week and say, hey, I just wanted to engage with my fans. So it's literally doubling their output. Yeah. And on YouTube, what we've realized is that your subscribers are gold. And the more videos you put out, the more subscribers you could get. Right. And your subscribers are the ones who are your early warning signal. They are the ones who watch your video first. They're the ones who share it first. They're the ones who comment. So what we've realized is that live is a great way for you to get closer to your subscribers and actually interact with them. And also literally double your output,
Yeah, I mean, for somebody like me who, like, especially I'm lazy also, but as an individual to create X amount of, like, I mean, some of you, like, by the way, I love the fact that I'm probably going to be the only speaker on stage today who's just come like this. Like, everyone's in a suit. Like, blazer, whatever. Yeah. Again, he's already correcting me saying, listen, you comedian. Like, by the way, I love dressing like this, and I'm not going to talk about how I enter first class wearing my chaddis just to show people that I don't care. I'm trying very hard. Anyway, the point is that the YouTube live aspect is actually very interesting for somebody like me. And in general, like I saw Ranveer Singh doing a live yesterday and it actually worked very well. But also to explain what I'm trying to do is interesting. Like specifically, if you're doing something which, like I like to know the thinking behind somebody creating what they're doing. So YouTube live is amazing for that.
Absolutely. No, I mean, all I can say is that it's right now a wonderful time to be a creator in India. You already have 400 million people on the internet, but that number could go up to 650, 700 in the next few years. So in a lot of ways, so much is yet to happen. There are so many platforms where you can use the platform to its advantage. So it's just a great time to be a creator, and YouTube, we believe, is at the heart of all of that. We help you create that engagement. We help you. Most consumers come to YouTube saying that, okay, I'm going to now watch a video, I'm going to hear a song, I'm going to watch their entire experience. So it's like a session that they have kind of devoted themselves to, right? Which is why you were mentioning earlier how longer videos are doing better now. That's just you taking advantage of the fact that, look, your consumers are anyway coming to YouTube to spend a certain amount of time, right? Earlier, if you gave them a small video, they would watch that and watch something else. But now if you have great content in long form, they will watch that right till the end, right?
Yeah, like initially when we used to upload videos, I realized that it was usually like in 2014, 2013, it was like 3 minutes was more than adequate. And then as you, like, I think the audience also started getting more and more greedy. So now the 10, 11 minute videos are actually getting more traction than they previously did.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is exactly like other things in life where with experience, the duration you can do lasts longer.
Lasts longer, yeah, true. Bang on.
Yeah. But okay, so we have a lot of people in the entertainment world right now. So any particular message with regards to YouTube to them, which can sort of help them out?
Yeah, absolutely, right. So one of the things is, think long form, right? We've seen that across vertical. We've seen news channels really do well when they put out long form. So it's just not, snappy news. We see news channels benefit. The other thing is think languages, right? So as a platform, we reach almost about 200 odd million people on a monthly basis. And these are all across different languages. So think languages. Think how you can use other platforms to promote your stuff on YouTube. Think about how you can build a business using YouTube at the base. These are all some of the golden principles that everyone can think about. And it's a great time to do that.
Awesome. And I mean, obviously in closing, we both like to say that subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to his channel. Like and comment as well.
Thank you so much for your time, Satya. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
So
a round of applause for Satya Raghavan, everyone. And can we please call Mr. Anil from IndianTelevision.com to facilitate him with a trophy worth $7 billion. And it's made... What is it?
I'm going to correct you again.
Oh, man.
Sorry. This is actually a plaque. I mean, YouTube has been a digital video pioneer. So this is our way of thanking. Get the CPMs up, please.